Guard Games is at the same time Hell Week and the most fun week of the summer season. Monday through Saturday, every night after the beaches close, basically a competition between like maybe, I want to say 10 different beaches, 10, 11 different beaches in the state. Town beaches, state beaches, private beaches, they all just kind of combine on this.
It was fun. It's a week of fun where, you travel from venue to venue and you take care of your lifeguards and cheer them on. I think it's a wonderful thing. I think the competitive nature is great.
I think it's wonderful. I think it's a great way for the beaches to come together. What I really like, though, is the camaraderie among the state lifeguards, the guys who work at the state beaches. They're proud of their work. They're proud that they're at locations that are affordable and accessible to everybody. And there's a real connection, whether you're a Scarborough Guard or an East Matunuck Guard or a Misquamicut Guard. I mean, those are the state beaches. Those guards have a real connection with each other.
I remember seeing pictures in the paper, and then I went down and caught the tail end of it one year. I kind of found out about it late, and I thought it was kind of a cool thing, kind of like an Iron Man for lifeguards. So it was really, I just kind of stumbled across it. I remember guys rowing the rescue boat. I think it was a rescue boat, and paddling out on the surfboard. Remember that. Those are the main things I can remember.
So when I was a guard, there were guard games. And my partner, Frank Moody, and I had always talked about competing as like an Ironman team where we'd be in every event because there were only two of us. We had Jimmy Marcello, who was a float, and he would show up on weekends and holidays and stuff. But it would have been a maximum team of 3, maybe 4 if we included the guard from George Washington State Campground. But when the guards at Scarborough and Narragansett Town Beach and Misquamicut and East Matunuck, they have dozens of guards. We had 4 at our maximum. The Lincoln Woods team, however, did come down and compete because they had a lot of guards at the time.
And I think it keeps everybody on their game. And when I was there at the beaches, these past 2 summers, I've seen a lot of the lifeguards run from one post to another. They don't walk anywhere. It's always kind of amped up a little.
Lifeguarding is a very difficult job. I know a lot of people will say, oh, what do you do? Oh, I'm a lifeguard. They think you're sitting there out in the sun and that's all you do. I mean, they don't understand the responsibility that goes with it.
We got word, and I think it was one of the state safety inspectors said that someone had drowned outside the swimming area, really quite a distance from the marked approved swimming area. So 2 guards went to the scene in a rowboat, and another guard and I ran through the woods in our bare feet. When we got to the location, the victim was nowhere to be found. We discovered that he was on the bottom of the pond, and then we had to surface dive for him. That was brutal. I don't remember the depth of the water, but it certainly seemed like it was in excess of 10 feet, anywhere from 10 to 15 feet. And we had to surface dive repeatedly to find him, and we did. He was unconscious when we got him up and got him in the boat. And shortly after, I jumped in and started mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. And we had word that he was revived for a short period, but then died shortly thereafter. I have nothing but great memories of my time at Pulaski, and even that time at Lincoln Woods, which was a trial. It taught me a lot about perspective and what you can control and what you can't control, and you grow up fast when you deal with those situations. So I still 4 summers that I look back on among the best of my life.
I have friends who were lifeguards years ago in the late 70s, early 80s that still go to the games now because they have that favorite team that they want to root for or root against.
Honestly, it's just a fun way to end off the season. At the end of the day, everyone's friends. just seeing them outside of work hours, having fun on the beach, staying after the guard game just to hang out, catch up, have a bonfire or something. And you just get to hang out with people that you work with outside of work. So there's really no, like necessarily, but there's really no barrier when you're hanging out outside of hours. You're just friends as opposed to coworkers.
Come on, Kate, let's go. Hey, Kate, come on, push it, push it. You got it.
And I like, that it's the time right before people may be going back to college or something like that. It's a way to bring everybody together.
I couldn't wait for summer. I couldn't wait for, to get back in the chair. There's something about being in the sun all day long.
Come on.
But when you're working with the same people for 6+ days a week for 3.5 months, tend to not forget them.
It's a sense of pride, and I think that camaraderie, I think every lifeguard wants to be part of that winning team. And it's not just for that week, but I think it's the sense of pride that they carry with them throughout the season.
You're there in the sun, and you make lifelong friendships and share stories, and you really do get attached.